Happy New Year, everyone. Here's how to create this beautiful 3D cursor right here in After Effects. First off, we import our transparent cursor PNG. Let's drag it into our timeline and then we'll go to layer, auto trace, then select current frame. This should create a mask around your cursor. Then we'll go to new, shape layer. Let's select the mask keyframe. Then add it to our shape layer. So to do that, we just simply need to add a path. Now we can go ahead and delete this. Let's delete this mask. Now let's add a fill. Let's name our layer. Now let's make sure this is rotated perfectly. Now that we have our cursor layer, let's give it a better, let's give it a blue. Now that we have our cursor layer, we are going to make this 3D. Then go to our 3D renderer and select Cinema 4D. That's very important. Let's extrude our shape objects. But before we do that, let's go to rotate. X value, let's rotate it like this so we can see what we are extruding. Then we'll go to our material option, geometry option, sorry. Then extrude it. Good enough. Now that we've extruded our shape objects, let's still go ahead and change the rotation to 90. Okay, minus 90. Now we are going to create a new null object. A new null object. Let's make it 3D. And try to put this right at the center of this cursor. Now that it's at the center, we will just rotate this back to 90, back to 0, and we'll just link our cursor to this null. Now another thing we can do is create a top and bottom for this. Let's rotate this again 90. We are rotating the null this time. Okay, a bit much. Let's about minus 75. Okay, good enough. Now we'll duplicate this cursor 2 times. Now we'll reduce the exclusion depth to 0. Let's name this top. And let's name this bottom. Okay. Now that we have our top and bottom, we can go ahead and give them different fill colors. Let's make the top red. And now let's rotate this a bit. And let's make the bottom green. Let's drag it down. Mm. Okay. Like and now we can animate the cursor however we want with using this null control. Now that we've created our animation, let's recompose this. We can simply do that pressing Ctrl Shift C on our keyboard. And let's name this C animation. Now that we have our pre-composition, we are going to duplicate this 2 times. Then let's name this bottom, top, middle, and top. Okay, so for the top layer, we want only this red on top to show. So we are going to add a key light effect. Let's hide this and let's duplicate and hide. If you are seeing these extra lines here, you can go ahead and delete this and use a linear color key. Yeah, that will help you with most of your colors. But now we are having this issue here by the edge of the red. But it's not really much of an issue. Just increase the tolerance, the matching tolerance. Okay. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's do for the middle. Same logic. We are just going to key out the red and the green instead of the blue. Now let's do the same for the bottom. Next thing we're going to do now is add the gradient polygon to each of our layer. To do that, we select the layer, right click, go to layer styles, and gradient overlay. Now, I will be using this color palette. As you can see, there's an existing gradient therefore I don't want that to see. Again, leave that. So this will be first color, second color would be this. This will be a third color, and then this will be the fourth. A bit darker. Let's change the RB and maybe increase the scale a bit. Increase the scale. Maybe let's even add some inner glue. To add that, still on layer styles and inner glue. Inner glue purpose. And it increase the size. Okay. To 35. That's about. And as for the middle, you will use this color palette. Brilliant overlay. Let's say these are brilliant. Now let's go on ahead and copy our inner glue song here. Ctrl C. And just paste this right here. Okay. Giving us the same inner glue we added on top. And as for the bottom, let's give it another layer scale, gradient overlay. And let's say these are gradients. So see what we are doing. Let's make our time indicator to here. The back part of the bottom was shown. See? Maybe this. We are still going to be using this color.
Yeah, that's perfect. And now let's go on ahead and paste our inner videos. So we can delete this. Let's pre-compose our layer. Call it C color. Now, let's add a stroke outline to give this cursor more depth. So we can go to our layer styles once again. Stroke. Let's make sure the stroke is white. And give it a width of 7.5. Okay, that's nice. Now we can create a new adjustment layer and add a deep blue effect tool. That's right. Sweet KP. So we get our desired results. And there you have it. That's how to create the 3D cursor right here in After Effects.